We have two more legends.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna sing my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
How you going, guys? We have two more legends who donated on Stripe over the last couple of days. I don't know who it was. Please let me know if it was you. I don't want to say the names out loud because I'm on, in public, because they're email addresses. So I don't want to say that. So thank you very much to the two people who donated on Stripe. I really appreciate that. You guys are legends. Okay, the other thing was you know how my mouse was playing up the other day? I spent from 7 a.m. yesterday morning till 10:30 a.m. when I posted a community post, trying to work out why my mouse was stuck. It wouldn't move. I changed the batteries. It still wouldn't move. Everything was freezing. Nothing was working. And then I realised that my antivirus had run out. I did get a notification a couple of weeks ago and just forgot about it, so it's my fault. But the antivirus had run out and it froze everything. I don't know if you've ever heard of that before, if you've come across that, but the antivirus running out made my mouse freeze. It wouldn't work. I tried two different mice. I tried two different mice, and both of them wouldn't work. Everything was freezing. So that's what happened yesterday. I was meant to come live yesterday morning. I had every intention to until nothing was working. I couldn't open Streamlabs. I couldn't make the mouse work. Then I got the antivirus and everything magically worked again. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to say hello to Kai, how you going? Deb, how you going? John Paul, how you going? Out to lunch, how you going? Shannon, how you going? Ruff, how you going? Deb, how you going? Me, how am I going? Good. So far, so good. D-Lee, how you going? Did I say that already? Paul, the other Paul, how you going? SW, how you going? Oh, Ruff, it was you. God love you. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. I really, really do right now. Deb said, I see the Aussie flag in there. Yep, we've got the Aussie flag, an American flag. It's one nation under God. You can't see that bit, but God bless America. It's huge. I'm still waiting for my big Aussie flag to turn up, but I do in the meantime have my little Aussie flag. So there you go. D-Lee said, I like the background. Shannon said, sue them. Who am I suing? Okay, and Sal, how you going? Yeah, so whoever did donate to me on Stripe the other day, thank you very much, guys. Ruff was one of them. I do appreciate it very much. Thank you. Now we're going to go to a lot of news. The two Rothschilds, they weren't the only ones that passed away recently, apparently. Clown, and there's some surprising news here. Clown down under said, great news, make Australia great again, MAGA. Would you believe that Anthony Albanese, our Prime Minister, he passed Donald Trump-style mass deportation laws in a political shift no one saw coming? You could knock me over with a feather right now. What? He's actually doing the right thing. This clown. Dear God. I'm not going to complain. Make Australia great again. Come on. He's adopted Trump-style mass deportation. And Elon Musk in the UK about the importation. Elon Musk said, let's see if they do anything about it. Geiger Capital said, holy shit. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer just admitted that Western leaders have been running an open borders experiment. This happened by design, not accident. Immigration policies were reformed deliberately. It has been a failure. They pretended it wasn't happening. Let's have a listen. What's going on here?
What the British people are owed is an explanation. Because a failure on this scale isn't just bad luck. It isn't a global trend or taking your eye off the ball. No, this is a different order of failure. This happened by design, not accident. Policies were reformed deliberately to liberalise immigration. Brexit was used for that purpose, to turn Britain into a one-nation experiment in open borders. Global Britain. Remember that slogan? That is what they meant. A policy with no support and which they then pretended wasn't happening. What the British people are...
I see he blamed Brexit for that. As I've said, the Biden administration opened our nation's border on purpose. You're simply lying to yourself if you still think otherwise. They have been flying 30,000 illegal immigrants into the country every month and still are. Hard to do that accidentally. It's treason. Yeah, you still jail people who said anything about it on Facebook, so we'll see what happens. And Elon Musk has said, let's see if they do anything about it. Crystal Mitchell said, I'll be honest, and I'm sorry to my former colleagues on this one, so obviously she worked for the police, but I do not have sympathy for your position. I find it incredibly ironic that you can protest today safely and without the threat of tear gas, rubber bullets, kettling and intimidation tactics. You're standing up for what you believe in, which is sadly money and not integrity, because you didn't stand when it mattered. Sorry, not sorry. 9 News Melbourne have said hundreds of officers stationed at Victoria Police headquarters have walked off the job as tensions over their pay dispute deepen. Oh, you poor, poor things. after shooting people with rubber bullets in 2020. I'm glad I wasn't in Victoria. I didn't get shot with rubber bullets. I just got threats of arrest. It's the biggest show of force in their campaign as they wait for the Fair Work Commission to decide how to handle this crisis. Yeah, I don't feel sorry for them at all. City lawyers said they kneeled when it mattered for a despicable criminal. George Floyd as symbolic support for a massive lie. Yeah, they were kneeling over here in Australia, believe it or not. For George Floyd in America, a drug addict who hurt people and then had an overdose and died. Yeah. They covered up for politicians when it mattered. They promoted a barista's actions in perverting the course of justice for years. Their BLF-like union has rotted them from the head. Yeah, they're rotten. Rotten to the core. And now they're protesting over money. But health? Freedom? Oh, don't worry about that. No, just the money. Just the money. George said Mark Zuckerberg is currently at Mar-a-Lago meeting with President Trump to avoid going to jail for helping Democrats do fiddly things with the 2020 election with $40 million. No, $400 million. Where'd I get 40 from? In Wisconsin, his funds were used to implement ballot drop boxes, which the Wisconsin Supreme Court ruled were illegal. Zuckerberg needs to spend the rest of his life in prison. Let's hope so. Marjorie Taylor Greene press release parody. Do you support the owner of Peanut the squirrel suing New York for millions for killing his pets? Yeah? Go for it, mate. Mitch and Kim's page said we already have a top secret facility. Pine Gap, ring any bells? Kowalski? Okay. A complex plan. Oh, just a reminder that I've got a bill coming. Great. That's all I need. A complex plan. Australians versus the agenda. New Defence Minister Richard Marles has just announced a $2 billion deal with Amazon Web Services to build and run top-secret data centres for Australia's spies and military. The Albanese government is aware that $2 billion investment does not consider construction or whatever the rest it says. This is a screenshot, obviously. Richard Marles announced this $2 billion top-secret data facilities in collaboration with Amazon. What? Amazon? Yeah, and plus we do already have a top-secret facility, and that's Pine Gap. What are they doing with Amazon? Working with Amazon for what? Our data? A top-secret data facility. Sounds like our data is going to be used by Amazon and the government. What for? Eric Doherty said, did Trump seriously just shut down the border without being president? I think he did. Sister Barbara Reen said, the worst, most despicable racist in Australian history in this photo surrounding one of the greatest freedom fighters in Australian history. We got your back, Pauline. This is a racist, this person's a racist, and this person is a racist against white people. Yep. Jeff DeLuca said, the Liberals are lost, and if Dutton wins, there'll be even more of this shit. He's the guy that wanted cops to have backdoors into encrypted messaging, remember? Well, what are Amazon and the government going to do? Jerry Hoogland said, I'm curious, fellow Aussies, which of the following two men should lead the coalition? Oh, that's a hard one. They're both good. Any one of them? But yeah, they should join One Nation. They really should. They should leave the Liberal Party and join One Nation, or One Nation should join the Liberal Party and take over. I don't know. I don't know which one of these guys. Let's see. Oh, Alex Antic has got it so far. Okay, Insurrection Barbie said, top story you might have missed on the 28th. That was 3 days ago. Zuckerberg comes to Mar-a-Lago to kiss the ring. Pro-Palestine protesters block the Thanksgiving Day parade procession, only to fuck around and find out. Mass arrests followed, but not to worry, most charges will be dismissed. Texas states they could bus migrants directly to ICE deportation facilities instead of sanctuary cities, winning. Putin threatens to hit Ukrainian decision-making centres with hypersonic missiles. Biden slams Trump for counterproductive tariff threats to Mexico and Canada. In case you needed any more proof it's an effective strategy. Number 6, ICE reports the arrest of suspected Jordanian terrorists trying to cross the northern border as the one we were told is not a problem. Yeah, you got two borders. You got the north and the south. Biden urges Ukraine to lower draft age to 18 so more people can continue to die instead of looking for peace. 8, Trump is de facto president post-election. Biden, who is setting foreign policy, will be causing self-deportation on a massive scale and caused the Democrats to have a major case of cognitive dissonance as to why they lost as a bonus. Win, win, win. Good one. Good recap. Libs of TikTok said, oh dear. Tell me you voted for Kamala without telling me you voted for Kamala. Come on, mate. You're not even close to passing. Holy crap. Okay. The opinionated black woman, Auntie, said today in Trust the Experts, Telegraph, deep brain dead woman alive and use that, keep brain dead women alive. I'm one of them. Oh my goodness. No, seriously, like brain dead. Keep brain dead women alive and use them as surrogate mothers, suggest doctors. What? Medical Association apologises after academic urged it would become a common way to bring new children into the world. To use people on life support who cannot give consent, by the way. Oh, dear God. We got the dumbest of dumb. Is that a doctor? Medical Association. Probably not a doctor. Probably just pretending to be one. How do you say that? Cremu? I have no idea. I'm sorry if I've mispronounced that. Probably have. If a generation of 30 million people has a fertility rate of 0.68, the next generation contains only 10.2 million people. The first generation's grandkids number only about 3.5 million and their great-grandkids number only about 1.2 million. Korea will disappear overnight. The rabbit hole said as of 2024, the fertility rate in South Korea is 0.68 births per woman. Per woman. How do you get I'm stuck on this 0.68 births per woman. Why don't they say 1 every 2 women? 1 in every 2 women are giving birth. South Korea's falling fertility rate, long work days, low wages and dwindling marriage rates are some of the constraints on childbearing. Would you believe that all this feminism crap, right? Sorry, I'm not a feminist, by the way. The feminism crap has made its way to North Korea, China. Yeah. It's amazing now. They have dating things over in China, so I've been watching, okay? And the women are like 50 and demanding the world. Like if the man doesn't earn this, if he hasn't got a house and a car and a this and a that and a, oh my God. And they're nothing special, believe me. Wow, is all I can say. That is crazy. John Goddard said everyone is distracted by the social media ban, but the most egregious bill passed yesterday was the RBA bill. If you know, you know. The government are going to regulate the Reserve Bank of Australia. Let me know how that one works out. I'm sure I'm going to see it. Chalmers commits to first-class RBA appointee. Oh, no, they're just going to put their people in. Oh, my God. What could possibly go wrong? The government will spend even more money. Australia will go broke even quicker. That's what I'm seeing from this. Okay, Katina said, I'm still in shock that a female murderer who's been in jail for a number of years has been given special leave in Victoria here in Australia to have IVF therapy so she can raise a child in prison with all the perks. Has the Victorian Premier completely lost her senses and it's on the taxpayer? You have got to be kidding. I tell you, look, they're brainless. Brainless, dickless, spineless. I could keep going. Oh, my God. Okay, Cat Turd said, all caps, Michelle figured it out. Leon rigged the election. Michelle Baker said, stop fucking saying that Trump won this election. He didn't. Pay attention. Pay attention to what's happening. We all have access to the same information. This election was rigged by Trump, Leon, and Russia. She spelled Elon wrong. Starlink was used. Millions of votes weren't counted. Wake the fuck up, America. Because she thinks the Democrats actually won, but just it got rigged. But hey, weren't people saying that in 2020 and yous were all telling them to shut up? It wasn't. Yeah, but no, Leon rigged. Who's Leon when he's at home? I want to know who Leon is. Oh, my God. Oh, no. That's actually funny. Concerned citizen said Peter Lynch committed suicide in prison. Someone was mentioning this the other day. I think it might have been Alex. I'm not sure, but she's not here today. But that's okay because she's got friends over. His funeral was this morning. The 61-year-old grandfather was sent to jail because Keir Starmer decided to try and make an example of him. His crime? Attending a protest with a placard on the government disapproved of. Guys, if you get locked up, don't commit. Don't hurt yourself, okay? Just hang in there. You might be paid out a bloody fortune shortly. Okay, Shadow of Ezra said Florida has announced a new bill aiming to ban chemtrails and weather modification activities that alter atmospheric conditions, including temperature, weather or sunlight intensity. Well, they're going to have to ban it from the whole world because what happens to weather? It moves around the world. Did you know that? You know? You got the northern belt and the southern belt. So it's going to have to happen everywhere. And I thought that was a conspiracy theory. If that's a conspiracy theory, why are they banning chemtrails and weather modification? Let me know if you know. Spearheaded by Senator Elena Garcia, the legislation comes amid claims that hurricanes Helene and Milton, which caused massive destruction in Florida, were deliberately manipulated. Do you support this bill? I do. See? So weather modification is real, is it? If someone's making a bill to stop it, why if it's not real? Why if it's just a conspiracy theory? By the way, for any new people watching, conspiracy theories are actually spoiler alerts. Yep. We know like years before the mainstream media do. They've got no idea. American as fuck, said Justin. Joe Rogan turned down Zelensky after he requested to be on the podcast. Good stuff. Don't worry, Zelensky probably turned me down too. I'm a no one. Nobody. Old Soldier said the weather map of doom. Max temperature is 35, for fuck's sake. Can we please have our weather back from the alarmists? Now look at it. It went from green, yellow and red to now purple is in there. What is purple? Purple's on the way to blue, which kind of, to me, seems cold. I don't know. What the hell is going on? They will really want to alarm people. It's going to be 35 maximum. Look, Celsius, right? It's around 100 Fahrenheit, isn't it? Someone tell me. Is that around 100 Fahrenheit? Because that's the maximum. It's going to be 35, but they got all this purple in there. Okay. More on the Rothschilds. Liz Crokin, is Will Rothschild faking his death? There are multiple accounts, including media outlets, irresponsibly reporting that Will Rothschild died in a fire in his Hollywood Hills home, that occurred yesterday. Authorities nor the coroner has confirmed yet the dead body found in the home was a Rothschild. It looked like only one neighbour claimed it was him, while other neighbours said they believed his house had been vacant and no one had lived there for a while. Was there a squatter? Was there a cleaner, a gardener in the house at the time? Even if authorities confirm it's Rothschild, I will still be sceptical he's dead, especially after reading media reports that it took firefighters 33 minutes, if you know, you know, to put out the fire. Numbers are important to these people. There's a ton of people fleeing Hollywood right now, and I anticipate many will attempt to fake their deaths. It's already happening. A high-ranking Mexican cartel leader who faked his death was just arrested last week. This is more common than people realise. Not OpQ said maybe he's already gone. Consider this a phase out with some comms. Happy Thanksgiving. Will Rothschild, KM, 4533 comms, 45 extinguished 33. 45 is DJT. 33 is high Freemasonry degree, meaning CIC POTUS Trump is annihilating the deep state Freemasonic. That's the theory. Okay, that's the other thing I meant to mention. Everybody here is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, and everything I say is false until you can prove it to yourself, okay? That's possible too. They've been liquidating their assets for years. Okay. Possibility. Let's keep all our minds open. Not so open our brains fall out, but open enough to consider a lot of different scenarios. Malcolm Roberts said here are some, not all, of the bills the government wants to rush through Parliament in one day with no debate. Some of these have never been seen by the Senate until now, complete disrespect of democracy. Aged care, consequential and transitional provisions. I'd like to know what's in that. Administrative Review Tribunal, malicious measures, miscellaneous. Oh my God, I can't read today. I'd like to know what's in that too. Anti-money laundering and counter-terrorism financing amendment bill. I'd like to know what's in that too, because according to our government, we might be terrorists. And then, yeah, I'd like to know. Capital Works, Bill to Rent Misuse Tax. Commonwealth Entities Payment Surcharges Bill. Communications Legislation Amendment, Regional Broadcasting Continuity. So in other words, ABC continuity? I don't know. Crimes Amendment, strengthening the criminal justice response to SA or SV, S-violence. Crown References Amendment Bill. Don't let any of these go through without you got to be able to read them. Jesus Christ. Migration Amendment. I'd like to know what's in them. Family Law Amendment. Future Made in Australia Bill. I'd like to know what's in that because plus omnibus amendments. I don't trust them. Customs Tariff Amendment. I don't trust them. Electoral Legislation Amendment. Electoral Reform. I don't trust them. Crown References Amendment Bill, I don't trust them. Treasury Laws, I don't trust them. University, I don't trust them. Veterans Entitlements, Treatment and Support, Simplification, Harmonisation Bill, I don't trust the government. They'll make it more difficult. They normally do. Okay, Herald Sun, this is one of the main newspapers here in Australia. Breaking, the fallen Indigenous leader Jeff Clark has been sentenced to 6 years and 2 months jail for robbing his highly disadvantaged community of almost $1 million. Disgraced Indigenous leader who does not look Indigenous. I'm sorry, but this guy does not look Indigenous. He's got blonde hair. He's very white. Like he might be 1/1000th, but he does not look Indigenous himself. Okay, Dave Davos said Senator Payman had many years to renounce her Afghan citizenship before the Taliban took over. She didn't. Today she sits in Parliament in breach of Section 44 of our Constitution. That is unacceptable. She must be impeached. People are calling for it. Senator Matt Canavan said, how are we going to be a renewable energy super exporter if we can't even keep the lights on in our own country? How is that going to work? By the way, my microphone should be louder. I did fix it. Australian Patriot said Lydia Thorpe says she's ashamed to be Australian. We'll send her overseas. We're ashamed she's Australian too. How about if she wears the Palestine flag, how about we send her to Palestine? See how she goes over there. See if she loves it over there. I reckon that she'll be back in Australia saying, I love this country so quick. In the blink of an eye. Elon Musk, his little thinking face here, Rothmus, 100%, he said. The Economist said Donald Trump and Tulsi Gabbard are both opposed to a Section 702 of the Foreign Surveillance Intelligence Act, which authorises electronic surveillance on American soil. If they quash it, the FBI will lose a major source of intelligence. I don't know, the heads of the FBI don't have much intelligence as it is. Okay. Glenn Greenwald said Pfizer's Section 702 didn't exist until 2008, funnily enough when Obama was elected. When the Pelosi-led House enacted it, it retroactively legalised Bush-Cheney spying on Americans without warrants. The ACLU sued to stop it. But now that it's Trump-Gabbard opposed, everyone acts like it's a sacred part of US history. No, it only got in, funnily enough, when Obama got in and when Pelosi led House. Matt Barry said 34 plus 19 equals 53. I thought we had 76 senators because they are the people who are voting on the under 16 digital ID bill, you might as well call it. Yeah. Topher Fields said, so there's not enough electricity for our air conditioners, but we should all drive electric cars. Make it make sense, because they're warning here in Australia, in Sydney. They are warning that our electricity is going to be cut off here and there because they can't keep the grid going on renewable energy. Who would have thought? Could have told them that years ago. Hey, they don't listen to us. They'd rather lick each other's ass and just go round in circles like a human centipede. That's what the news media and politicians do. Their heads up each other's backsides. Have Snowball Choo Choo said if you read the Constitution, 90% of the politicians should be ineligible. Lydia Thorpe's been bankrupt, so why is she there? So many are traitors, why are they there? Nearly every one of them have financial benefits from the public service, Qantas Lounge, private roads, kickbacks, etc. See Section 44. Section 44 of the Australian Constitution states, and we do have one, but just not as thorough as the American one, any person who is under any acknowledgement of allegiance, obedience or adherence to a foreign power, hey, all the WEF ones, hey, yeah, that, or is a subject or citizen or entitled to rights or privileges of a subject or citizen of a foreign power, or it is attainted of treason, or has been convicted and is under sentence or subject to be sentenced for any offence punishable under the law of the Commonwealth or of a state by imprisonment for 1 year or longer, or is an undischarged bankrupt or insolvent. So she must be undischarged. Or holds any office of profit under the Crown or any pension payable during the pleasure of the Crown out of any of the revenues of the Commonwealth, or has any direct or indirect pecuniary interest in any agreement with the public service of the Commonwealth otherwise than as a member and in common with the other members of an incorporated company consisting of more than 25 persons, shall be incapable of being chosen or of sitting as a senator or a member of the House of Representatives. That is most of our government. Miss Madeline said fuddy-duddy elbow, clueless. Do we have to? Oh shit, here we go.
Kids, especially from the LGBTQ community or other marginalised communities, simply can't talk to their parents about this kind of stuff. The only place they find solace and reprieve is on the internet, is in social media, sites like Reddit and Tumblr, and now banning them from these sites effectively bans them from these communities. What do you say to these kids?
What I say is that one of the things that I want to see is young Australians, wouldn't mind older Australians as well, having more conversations with each other. One of the things that was said when phones were banned in schools by various state governments was that that would have a negative impact. Oh, how will they engage? You know what? There's more concentration on what's going on in the classroom with what the teachers are saying. There's more kids playing with each other at play lunch and lunchtime and engaging with each other in a face-to-face way.
Funnily enough, I just had to interrupt for a sec there. Funnily enough, I actually do agree with him. We need to be more face-to-face with people. But that's up to the parents, not the government.
The result of phones being taken out of schools, and we're getting better outcomes, healthier outcomes physically and mentally. So we have ensured as well with the legislation that things which are open for education will still be available. People will still be able to communicate with each other, of course. And
what's wrong with his speech? Is he talking like this? It seems like he's talking like this constantly. Like he's got dentures and he needs to hold them in so he can't open his mouth. Is that what he's doing?
Be able to communicate with people who they know as well. One of the issues we're dealing with here, some of it is social harm and some of the bullying that can occur as well. Look, the consequences, I've met with parents who've lost and buried their child. It's devastating. We can't, as a government, hear those messages from parents and say it's too hard.
It's not freaking up to you, mate. Right? It's not up to you. It's up to parents. Anyway, I think what he's trying to do now is get in good favour with the Australian people because an election's coming up, right? So he's going, oh, shit, if I keep going the way I'm going, I'm going to be voted out. So I might just change a couple of things and then when it's all said and done and I'm back in, I'll go back to what I was doing before. That's what I think. Peter Sweden said, breaking, the European Federation of Journalists representing 320,000 journalists have announced they'll stop posting on X. Good. See you, journos. You're not doing anything great anyway, except gatekeeping the truth. Huh. Oh, I don't think we'll miss you at all. Cillian said, breaking, Japanese prosecutors are vowing to arrest Bill Gates if he ever steps foot in Japan again, alleging he is complicit in mass murder for deceiving the public about safety of certain procedures. This is huge. Japanese prosecutors working to arrest Bill Gates for crimes against humanity during a pandemic. They say he's committed a genocide. As I said, everyone's innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. As much as I hate saying that, it's true. We know. Stephen said, press the heart button if you hate the uni party even more after this week. This is exactly what I see in our government. This is head of the Liberal Party and head of the Labor Party. Two wings of the same bird. Vote one nation. Okay. Now, I think this is fake, right? But it's hilarious. Let's have a look. What's going on here?
Decision desk can now officially project that Donald Trump will become the 47th president of the United States.
I won't play too much because YouTube will give me a copyright strike. I don't know who did that, but that was hilarious. Okay, Johnny Midnight now for some bad news. Zelensky's purchased an 88 million euro hotel in Courchevel ski resort in France. Courchevel is known to be wildly popular with billionaires, Hollywood celebrities and British royals. In case you were wondering how your tax dollars are being spent, repost this so they know that we know what is happening. So, okay, there are no reports of Film Heritage Inc. inquiring this hotel. The domain mentioned in the video was registered on November the 22nd, 2024. Their real domain was registered back in 2017. Russia has a history of spreading disinformation about Zelensky acquiring properties. Well, he's bought 2 yachts so far. And now I do believe he's bought this. I don't care about the fact check. Newsweek.com, legal action. Do you find this helpful? No. Newsweek's been known to flip back and all over the place, mate. No, I don't trust it. No. Donald J. Trump News said, breaking news, Bill Gates wants to work with Trump in his administration to build a better future. Would you support Bill Gates to work with Trump? No freaking way in the white. No. Can I say it anymore? No. I do not support Bill Gates working with Trump, and no, I don't think a lot of other people do either. Well, there was a new one and everyone was saying, no, get Gates away from everything. He should be in jail. Innocent until proven guilty, but, you know, he should be in jail, apparently. Okay. Pauline Hanson. What's this? Kaya Officer Legal Counsel 9 Network. Dear Miss Officer. Oh, thanks for subscribing. I had a few subscribers over the last few days, guys. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. Dear Miss Officer, urgent defamation of Senator Pauline Hanson. We act on behalf of Senator Pauline Hanson. This morning's 9 broadcast in an interview with Senator Lydia Thorpe during the Today Show, in which she referred to our client. Senator Thorpe alleged during an interview that Senator Hanson had been convicted of racism. How do you do that? A conviction means being found guilty of a criminal offence on the criminal standard of proof and being liable for criminal penalties. This has never occurred. No such criminal offence was raised against our client and no such conviction exists. The interviewer took no steps to correct Ms. Thorpe's patently false claim during the broadcast. It is highly irresponsible of 9 to have broadcast this allegation on national television uncorrected. Senator Thorpe has a reputation of making wild, uninformed allegations. Oh, God love you.
SW tipped $1.
Legend.
Everyone considered him the coward of the county. He'd never stood one single time to prove the county wrong. His mama named him Tommy, but folks just called him Yellow. But something always told me they were reading Tommy wrong.
Okay, that's a song, guys. So when you hear SW come up here, by the way, he's a legend, he's normally got a song for you to try and guess what on earth that song is, and I can't get that one. But thank you so much, SW. God love you. Okay, a fact that is no doubt known for Senator Thorpe spreading wild allegations and making shit up. A fact that is no doubt known to the 9 Network. We require 9 to publicly withdraw the allegation that our client stands convicted of a criminal offence and to apologise to her for the broadcast of Senator Thorpe's claim. We require this to occur tomorrow morning during the Today Show at the same time the Thorpe interview was broadcast today. We also require Mr. Stefanovic to deliver that apology. We look forward to your prompt response. Lawyers. Well done. Go, Pauline. Elon Musk said it's this time or never. Vivek Ramaswamy said we have a popular vote mandate, both chambers of Congress and 6-3 majority on the Supreme Court. It's now or never to structurally reform the federal government. Heritage Foundation said the next 4 years may be the last opportunity America has of finally dismantling the administrative state and usher in a modern revival of 1776. Go, guys. Go, you guys. It's now or never. Okay, Elon Musk said yes. Inevitable West said breaking. Former Tory Minister Andrea Jenkins has joined Reform UK. Reform will win the next election. Go Reform. In the UK. You're like us. You're Liberal, what do you got it? The Tories and the Labor. They're all fucked. They're all See you later, mate. Someone new. We need someone new. Chris Minns said big news. Social media is now banned for under 16-year-olds. And you know what I found out after freaking out the other day? You know what I found out? The ban will not be in place for another 12 months as per the past legislation. It's not going to make it. If we get One Nation in, it won't make it. If we can get at least a majority One Nation voting, for everyone voting for them, then Labor or Liberal or whoever's in is going to have to bend to Pauline Hanson. She won't let anything get passed. That's what voting a minority government will do, I believe. They can't just pass stuff because then all these One Nation people have to be there and they're going, no, you're not doing that to Australians. Nope, nope, nope. And that's what I think will happen. Rational Aussie said Australia will experience a currency crisis. Any drastic political change is a minimum of 4 years away, and by then it'll be too late. Dog boxes will be $2 million in capital cities. About the size of this room. Be your whole house. Bread will be $20 and the population will be 35 million. You'll own nothing, the government will jail you for misinformation, and you'll be happy because your footy team won on the weekend. Australia. That's someone with a pretty dismal look on things, but that's how it was going to go. If we don't get our arse in a gear, that'll be what's coming. And 15-minute cities, you won't be able to travel outside 15 minutes of where you live. But you won't need to. Everything will be handy. You'll be bored shitless and you won't have anything to do. You won't be able to go in the backyard and work on your garden or in your garage, you know, in your man cave. You won't be able to do any of that. No, you'll be stuck in a room about this big going, what the fuck am I going to do now? Elon Musk said, looks like the people want to abolish the annoying time changes. James Stevenson said, all I want for my birthday is the abolishment of daylight savings time. 81.6% said, get rid of it. Wow. Yeah, I reckon too. Honestly. Yes. Just keep the same freaking time. Make your mind up which one you want and keep one of them, for God's sake. Okay? Just keep one of them. I'm sick of going back and forward, back and forward. I don't know what time it is. I barely know what day it is anymore, okay? I'm not even keeping up with days. I think it's Sunday. Yeah, it's Sunday. Oh, well, I do know what day it is. There you go. Make a liar out of myself. Rational Aussie said it's likely that X will sue the Australian government over this under-16 social media ban, and it's also likely they will win. The Australian government is breaching our implied constitutional right to freedom of political communication, yeah, but not for a year. When all is said and done, hundreds of millions of dollars of taxpayer money will have been wasted on the government's totalitarian wet dream. Ah, so it's another money laundering situation, is it? They know it won't get through. They're going to try and push it and throw all the money they can at it anyway so they can go, oh, thank you very much. In my pocket now. Elon Musk said the people of Ireland will vote for freedom. Michael O'Keefe said the people of Ireland go to the polls. Oh, my God, they've been. Take your country back. I hope you did. Oh, my God, I hope you did. Praying for Ireland. Everyone pray for Ireland. And you won't believe. What a letdown. Give it time, you'll know who these people are. Jacinda Price, who stood up for Australians, has just voted for digital ID. Gleno said. And she did. So wait long enough and you'll find out who's who in the zoo. Thanks for that, Jacinda. You were doing so well. What happened? Who bought you out? Who's blackmailing you? I want to know. Or are you a young global leader or a young global shaper? Do you have anything to do with that? Matthew Kamanzuli said, judging by the feedback this morning, I'm not sure if the Australian government just destroyed the internet or the internet just destroyed the Australian government. What do you think? I think the internet just destroyed the Australian government. That's what I think. Shadow of Ezra said Will Rothschild, the now presumed dead and deceased member of the powerful Rothschild dynasty, lived as a recluse on a street lined with sprawling multi-million-dollar mansions owned by celebrities and elite figures. Neighbours who believed his home was abandoned reported never having seen him. No other injuries or deaths were reported. The cause of Will's death is under investigation by the LA County Medical Examiner. I hope that's one you can trust. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't even trust medical examiners anymore. That's how far this is gone. His Instagram account had been inactive since early 2020, just before the pandemic began. Wonder if he's been gone that long. The origins of the fire remain unclear, although it reportedly burned for exactly 33 minutes before it being extinguished. Of course it was. Is this the last of the Roth? I know there's still a worm one around and posts here, but he blocked me. I think it's David McRoth. If this is the last game on, happy Thanksgiving. That's what Santa Surfing said. Because apparently there's more than that have died. I've got it down here somewhere. Claire O'Neill, one of our stupid politicians here in Australia. I'm sure she's a WF person. WEF. And probably illegitimate for being in the government at all, said breaking. We've just passed our build to rent legislation. You'll own nothing and be happy? Hello. Which paves the way for the construction of 80,000 new homes to rent. You can't buy them. These 80,000 rental properties will have a minimum of 5-year leases, and 10% of these homes will provide subsidised rent for low and moderate income earners. And these build-to-rent projects will be prevented from using no-fault evictions. Oh, great. So if you've got one neighbour in the whole area that has these 80,000 that's going absolutely berserk, building fires in their lounge rooms in the middle of the floor, on the carpet, having a barbecue in the middle of the floor and the carpet of the lounge room, you know those ones, right? Or the ones that are loud all night, that, you know, have parties all night long because they're addicted to something or other that makes them party all night long. You can't get them kicked out. Oh, shit, you just got to live there for 5 years. No, thank you very much. We're working across government and with states and territories to help build more homes, making it easier for Australians to rent and buy. No, you didn't say buy, you were rent. They were 80,000 for rent. In other words, you'll own nothing and be happy. And I'm not liking that one. Thank you very much. You can go get yourself fucked. Pauline Hanson said, petition. The Albanese Labor government has refused to investigate Senator Payman's eligibility despite her failure to provide any public evidence that she's taken the steps required by the High Court to renounce her dual citizenship. Like I said yesterday, there's a lot that have an Israel, Australia dual citizenship too. What about them? Hello? Anyone else who's got a dual citizenship should go too, honestly. I won't run for any part of Parliament because I'm not a citizen of Australia. I'm Irish. And I haven't got my Australian citizenship yet. It's been 40-something years. I should get my arse in the gear. Anyway, demand that Albanese stop trampling on our constitution and undermining the integrity of our parliament by signing our petition today. And I'm going to share it on Twitter. If you want to follow me on Twitter, my link is down below. But that will get you to the petition if you want to sign it. What's it up to, actually? Let's have a look. I've already signed it, so I can't sign it again. How many? They're not going to show me. That's it, look. Can't scroll down. Come on. I have to join. What? No. I think the page is bugged. Oh dear. Okay, anyway, I was trying to find out the numbers. Indonesia watching this. Oh, well done. Signed, said Rick. A 29-year-old imported Muslim screaming at a 70-year-old white Australian in our parliament. Take us back, yeah, before Whitlam. Yeah, Pauline Hanson is an older lady. And this lady here, who shouldn't even be in our parliament, is 29. screaming at her in the face. John Goddard said, does anyone else feel like this week was extra embarrassing for Australia? I don't even know where to start. That Muslim chick is losing it in Parliament. The guy from ABC insulting Rogan, lol. Our dictator tried to ram through 40,000 pages of legislation with no debate. I feel like we need a reset. Not the Great Reset, though. Deport everyone, dissolve Parliament, redraft the Constitution with the American Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and everything else in mind, okay? I think we can safely say whatever crazy experiment we're running right now has failed. Yes. Embarrassment not so much. It's been a revealing week, says James Limmer. Muslim chick was defensive and did not clarify her eligibility. ABC guy got so out of touch with what's important to people and projects, what the ABC do onto Rogan, prey on fear and anxiety. Oh, God love you, Debster legend.
Debster tipped $1.95. I love your flag and your new studio.
Oh, thank you, guys. God love you. You legend, Deb. PM has tiny balls and a hidden agenda, so it's been pretty productive if you look at it like that. Yeah, he's bending now to Trump, going, oh, yes, we'll deport too. Unless he's just lying. Okay, Mick Amias said can confirm for all those that asked about where Pauline Hanson was during the vote of the social media minimum age bill. Her response is below. What is paired or pairing? She was paired at the time, okay? Keep that in mind while I read you what pairing is. Pairing is an unofficial system organised by the party whips. It's used to enable a member or senator on one side to be absent for any votes when a member or senator from the other side is to be absent at the same time. By agreement, it can also be used when a member or senator abstains from a vote. What happens if they say they'll be absent and then they turn up? Pauline Hanson said, I can confirm I was paired and Senator Roberts' position in the chamber reflects my position. One Nation strongly opposes the legislation. Mick Amias said, just a reminder, Pauline's 70 years old. She's a veteran in the parliament. I'm not a fan of pairing as such, but I would suspect that this is a reason why it has been a long day. It doesn't look good her not being there, but in the context, it was the government that forced this to run so late. Pairing is BS, agreed not to show up, and if an opposition party member agrees not to show up, hardly acting in the best interest of the country. Mick Amias said pairing has backfired in the past, also where people have gone back on their word. See? Yeah, they say, I'm not going to turn up, so Pauline, you don't need to turn up. There'll be one less vote for me and you know? And then they turn up and vote. I don't know about this pairing shit. I don't know. Doesn't sound good to me. Hosun said Mark Andreessen just shocked the world on Joe Rogan. He revealed the government is kicking people off bank networks, using NGOs to do their dirty work, secretly trying to control AI. I took a day to digest it all, and these are the 11 things I can't stop thinking about. The AI takeover plan. The Biden administration's been secretly meeting with AI companies. Their message was chilling. Don't even bother starting AI companies. There will only be 2 to 3 approved companies, and we will control them completely. This isn't speculation. These were actual closed-doors conversations. The control mechanism. They're using something called the regulatory capture. The government blesses 2 to 3 large companies with a monopoly in exchange. These companies do whatever the government wants. It's how they control social media. Now they want to do it with AI. But it gets darker. The real threat, AI won't just control what you see online. It'll be control layer for everything. Who gets a loan? What your kids learn in school, if your front door opens, what you're allowed to buy. Imagine Chinese social credit system, but 100 times more sophisticated. Frightening, really, isn't it? The banking weapon. The government has been secretly debanking people for having the wrong politics. An employee at Andreessen's firm got kicked out of their bank just for having crypto in their job title. No warning, no appeal process, just frozen out of the financial system. A secret classification, there's a government category called politically exposed persons. If you're labelled a PEP, banks are required to kick you out. Not a single person on the left has been debanked, only those with wrong views. The pattern is very clear. No due process. There is no court no appeal, no written rules. Your life can be destroyed with a phone call from a bureaucrat to a bank CEO. And it's already happened to hundreds of people. But here's where it gets truly Orwellian. The NGO loophole. The government doesn't do this directly. They fund non-governmental organisations, NGOs, which need to be getting rid of, to do their dirty work. Why? Because the First Amendment prevents the government from censoring directly. These are their attack dogs. The pressure campaign. These NGOs then pressure companies to censor speech, close bank accounts, deny services, all while maintaining plausible deniability for the government. It's like hiring a hitman. Technically, your hands are clean. The social credit future, the end game? A social credit system where your ability to participate in society depends on your political compliance. But unlike China's system, which is obvious, this one's hidden behind layers of private companies and NGOs. They're sneaky about it. The critical moment, Mark believes, we're at a crossroads. If Trump wins, which he did, thank God, there's a chance to dismantle this system. If not, we're looking at a future where every aspect of life is controlled by AI systems programmed with government-approved ideology. There's a powerful weapon against centralised control, the ability to speak truth directly to millions. The government can control a few big tech companies, but they can't control millions of individual voices, each with their own direct audience and influence. This is why personal brands are becoming the most powerful force for maintaining freedom. When enough people build direct audiences, control becomes impossible. This is why they fear creators and personal brands so much, and why JRE played such a big part in the election. The antidote to centralised power isn't just technology, it's individuals building trust at scale. When you have a strong personal brand, your truth can't be silenced. Your message can't be controlled. Andreessen opened our eyes. You could too. Founders, we built your personal company brand on X and beyond without you lifting a finger. To date, we've already helped 60,000 plus founders get 2+ billion combined views. Interested in how we can do this for you? Book your free discovery. Thank you very much, but I'll just grow naturally. Thanks for reading this and a bit about him. He was a banker in London when he found the opportunity of the decade, personal branding. Okay. Fair enough, buddy. He was right, though, like on the rest of what he said. Ho Sun Chung. I've got to get out of Ho Sun Chung's status and go back one more. There we go. It's pretty good, though. His thread was pretty good. Billboard Chris said the trans issue is all over Australia, but Trump won too, so I think things are going to change. I thought there was a bug on the wall. It's a nail sticking out of the wall. Sorry, I got distracted. Billboard Chris said the trans issue is all over Australia. I ran into 10 trans-identified people in one afternoon in Melbourne, including a 12-year-old girl who came to debate me. For the record, I don't debate 12-year-olds. The next day I went to the University of Melbourne and ran into 4 trans-identified males in the first hour. This craze is everywhere and Australia's among the worst. Because Lee Lindsay said, the kids' trans issue has not hit Australia yet, thankfully. Really? Really? This is about protecting kids from cyberbullying. Oh, she's talking about the under 16 ban. This is about protecting kids from cyberbullying. Yeah, right, if you believe that, I've got a bridge to sell you. TikTok challenges that kids kill kids, microtransaction and loot boxes, as well as protecting them from predators. That's still up to the parents. I'm sorry, but I'm liking the right one. Okay, so as a social worker in Australia, I'm no longer allowed to counsel against gender dysphoria. I must affirm a youth's mental illness, enhance their victim mentality, and play into the divisive identity politics. I've just quit my job. Well done. Crazy. Simon Godak said, the more I dug into Greta Thunberg's story, the more I realised something stinks here. It's no coincidence that her first appearance was on August 20th, 2018, with a sit-in protest in front of the Swedish Parliament, followed coincidentally by 4 days later by the release of a book she co-authored with her mother. Watch people who have book deals. But that's not all. The PR machine for her was already in full swing on August 20th, thanks to a man named Ingmar Rentzhog. who financed and drove the campaign through his company. We don't have time. And guess what? Renshog is also coincidentally the chairman of the think tank Global Challenge, which is now coincidentally fully financed by a billionaire named Christine Persson, a member of the Swedish Social Democrat Workers' Party and former minister in the government under Stefan Löfven. And if that's not enough, Renshog purely coincidentally happened to walk by the Swedish Parliament on August 20th and encounter Greta in her sit-in protest, taking a photograph of her. But wait, there's more. Renshog and Greta's mother had already met before at a climate conference on May the 4th, 2018, which is coincidentally the exact date when Renshog became CEO of the aforementioned think tank. And here's something interesting. Both Christine Pearson and Stefan Löfven happen to be members of Klaus Schwab's WEF, wouldn't you know it? It's amazing how all these connections seem to come full circle, isn't it? It's clear to me something fishy's going on behind the scenes here. These people are manipulating the public and abusing their power for their own political gain. We need to be aware of their tactics and warn everybody we know about the Great Reset and the Fourth Industrial Revolution, which will fail now that Trump's in power. But we still have to fight. You still got to fight. What's this one? Okay, Ariel said hot off the press. Number 5, ladies and gentlemen. Benjamin de Rothschild died on January 16, 2021. Okay, in the last 4 years. Sir Evelyn de Rothschild died in November 2022. Jacob Rothschild, 4th Baron Rothschild, passed away in February 26, 2024. Rachel Marilyn Rothschild died on November 14th, 2024. Will Rothschild has apparently died today in a house fire. All within the past years, I told you, all the deep staters in disarray. Many will be either offing each other, some will probably take themselves out, or they'll be bought to Gitmo. Involuntarily makes no difference. There you go. So apparently like 4 or 5 of them in the last, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, now 5. This is the 5th one in the last, say, 4 years, 3 years, since 2021. There you go. So that's interesting. I didn't realise that more had passed away, or I would have reported on it yesterday. Now, Alex isn't here, George. Alex has got a friend over, so God love her. Alexandria Marshall said the Liberals who voted for digital censorship, a few nasty surprises on that list. Jacinta, what the fuck is your name doing there? I'd like to know that too. Jacinta Price? Who are you working for? Country Liberal Party. Mackenzie from the Nationals. Who are these people? Askew, Liberal Party. Chandler, Liberal Party. Henderson, Liberal Party. McGrath, Liberal Party. Ruston, Liberal Party. Dean Smith, Liberal Party. Birmingham, Liberal Party. Dunham, Liberal Party. Hume, Liberal Party. O'Sullivan, Liberal Party. Scar, Liberal Party. Cash, Liberal Party. Fawcett, Liberal Party. Oh my God. Coverkick, I don't know. Coversick, I don't know. Liberal Party. Patterson. James Patterson of the Liberal Party, you little slime ball. Sharma, Liberal Party of Australia. Okay, it's another one that was surprising to me, Patterson. Okay, just make sure I'm not subscribed to him anymore. I hope I'm not subscribed to him in the first place. I just got to check, guys, before I forget to do it. If I am subscribed to James Patterson, because I know he said some good stuff. No, thank God I didn't subscribe to him. Whew, okay. Oh, hang on a minute. There he is, you cheeky little bastard. Go away. I'm unsubscribing. Thank you very much. He was doing good videos on YouTube, but since he's voted for this, no. Same as her, no. Not again, never again. Okay, past, yes, it's a year before it kicks in. Elon Musk said, gonna happen. Alex said the IRS is getting audited by the Department of Government Efficiency. Yeah, well done. Sam Icken said, I'm continually floored by how unaware most Australians are. This must be one of the most low information national electorates in the world. I know, it's sad, isn't it? Freaking hell. They're so brainwashed. They're so bad. Oh, they listen to the news. They believe it. How can we expect people to understand media manipulation when they don't even know how preferential voting works? It's not because they're stupid or uneducated. It's just how things have ended up from true propaganda. What's the best way to reach the people we need to reach? There are no wrong answers here. Mark's musings said all the average modern Aussie cares about is that they make their next mortgage payment and that Netflix isn't switched off. Besides for that, they'll literally allow government to tax them and herd them like cattle every which way they want. A sad truth, but a truth nonetheless. A nation of willing slaves embracing serfdom. You know what? He's not wrong. Legacy Australians established families older than 20 years are now less than 50% of the population. A full 30% were born overseas. The Australia our parents made and we grew up in is dead. Hey, I came from overseas, but I love Australia. 100% true, and unfortunately once demographic changes take place, they're essentially irreversible. Logically, it makes more sense to plan for a pending new future reality than to pine for an unattainable past. Oh, we're going to a new future, all right, one that we don't know what freedom is yet. We have no idea. We think we know. We have no idea what freedom is yet. Okay, we're still in that status. Okay, sorry guys, just try and get out of there. Primod said, imagine being a 17, 18-year-old boy and finding out that you had relations with a biological man at schoolies. This thing needs to be put on sedatives and shipped off to a remote island. OnlyFans star revealed to be transgender after boasting she had sex with 250 high school leavers. In Australia, this person is, right? They went and probably had relations of other kinds, not, the obvious, I don't think it's got a vagina, so it would be the other kinds of relations, I wonder how those young men are going to feel now they know that. Miss Madeline said, oh goody, just received $100 a week rent increase to commence after Christmas. This is on top of the $100 a week rent increase we already had 12 months ago, which was on top of the higher price we were already paying when we moved in here, which we were told was due to inflation and interest rates. This second increase is apparently based on a market rent analysis of properties in the area. Clearly there's some price fixing on the property management industry between real estates and agents going on. Definitely. And the government have made it that way. They give real estates the go-ahead to do all this shit. I'm sure that's why the person... by the way, the owner's coming out on Thursday now. Hopefully I can stay here. I don't know if I'm getting kicked out. I don't know what's going on. Coming to check the repairs or something, right? We'll see. I don't know. Craig Kelly said, incredible. The E-Safety Commission, who the Parliament is empowering to make laws for social media age verification, are confirming here they will use the powers of these new laws for global surveillance to hunt down Australians using VPNs and force them to comply with age verification. So if you thought VPNs keep you free, these new laws will result in you being hunted down by the monitoring everything you post to see if you are an Australian. And the Liberal Party voted for this. Breaking. Under 16 social media ban laws will require the location tracking and meta snooping of all Australian users to ensure no one's using a VPN to bypass the new social media prohibition. Our government is making illegal laws. They must be removed. Well, someone, for God's sake, do it. I mean, I'd go there and physically remove them if I was allowed. I don't even think I could pick them up. Jeez Louise. Australians versus the agenda. Liberal Senator Maria Kovacic or whatever her name is, sick. On the social media minimum age bill, she said this is not about surveillance. Bullshit up your ass, mate. Seriously. Sorry, I'm sick of being nice about it. I'm just not anymore, okay? No more. I'm no more Mr. No more Miss Nice Hev, okay? This is me now. Malcolm Roberts said One Nation will lead the resistance against being forced to use digital ID to get on social media. I hope so. I'm watching. The Blue Rebels said Australia is witnessing a coup d'etat in real time. 30 bills, 40 now, being rammed through with little to no debate, all aiming to achieve a similar outcome of censorship, surveillance and tyranny. We have no right to call ourselves a democratic country anymore. It's high time we abandon all allegiances to the fake left versus right dichotomy and unite against this evil government that's declared outright war on the people. United Nations Agenda 21 was agreed to by 179 nations in 1992. They had wanted it to implement it all already, 15-minute cities, surveillance, the whole lot, by 2021. Trump got in and fucked them up for 4 years, right? So now it's 2030, okay, Agenda 2030 now, because they couldn't do it by 2021 because Trump fucked them right up by getting in. It's a plan to develop a totalitarian state with a one-world government. It's the inventory and control plan for all land, water, minerals, plants, animals, food, information, and humans. And if they don't like what you say, they can just turn off your ability to feed yourself and you'll starve to death. Andrew Zywicks, MD, the good doctor, said during COVID, I can't read that one here, maybe on Rumble. Elon said, damn, he went full retard. Ben Stiller says woke America killed edgier comedy. He says this and he endorsed Kamala. What a dickhead. Garbage Human said yes, can't get rid of the smell. Oh, listen to this one, right? For all those, like this is why I don't think that person, the person who slept with all those young boys during school leavers week or schoolies week or whatever, that person I don't think's had the surgery, right? Because if they did, hopefully the young boys would have smelt it from there, right? Garbage Human said yes. Transgender surgeries. Can't get rid of the smell. Transform bottom surgery with Dr. Lubis Kliniken in Munich, Part 1, 15th of June 2023. Dr. Markovsky, Part 2, 5, January 23, Dr. Clemens. Dilation has been a nightmare. I hate the result. Can't even get licked because I smell so bad. And why would you? It's a wound. Holy shit. What is going on? And there's nothing I can do. I shower regularly and can't really clean it inside because it either hurts like hell, which happens most of the time, or the damn thing gets stuck. I think I'm going to vomit. Is that something I just got to live with now? An ugly, horribly useless, smelly, fake coochie? I think so, mate. Sorry. Someone should have warned you. Someone should have warned him. Far out. Yeah, Dr. Lubis. Lube? I know. It's getting weird, I'm telling you. Names for, like... Okay, even years ago, right, I was laughing at the name, sorry to Sophia for this, but Sophia Smallstorm. I read it as Small Storm, and she was talking about weather manipulation, and I was laughing for ages because I thought her name was Small Storm. It was close. Just rearrange one or two letters and you... God love you, you legend.
SW tipped $1. Wasted and wounded and it ain't what the moon did. I got what I paid for. Now see you tomorrow. Hey Frank, can I borrow a couple of bucks from you to go waltzing Matilda? Waltzing Matilda, you'll go waltzing Matilda with me. Tom Waits waltzing Matilda.
There you go. Haven't heard that version. Have I? It might be. I don't know. I can't remember the "Hey Frank, can I borrow a couple of bucks for you to go waltzing Matilda?" Oh, wow. Okay. Bad hombre said Kamala Harris's problems worsen. Kamala has reached out to prominent donors and even sought assistance from Nancy Pelosi to address her campaign debts. However, she's been met with outright rejection or conditional support, with some top Dem donors asking her to sign a pledge not to seek the Democratic Party nomination in 2028 in exchange for financial assistance. The joy has gone. Her speech wasn't very good. Her joy is not gone, it has relocated. I want to play that so badly. Sorry. That's it for now. Geez, YouTube sucks that you can't play a song, man. Old Soldier said, "Dear New South Wales, no air conditioning, no charging your electric vehicles. Your green futures are here. They're going to turn your power off intermittently here and there. You're going to find out the hard way what no air conditioning feels like. I already know because I don't have any." There you go. Meghan McCain said, "Take this down." She's still the sitting Meghan McCain. She's a bit embarrassed, I think, by Kamala here. "Take this down. She's still the sitting vice president, for God's sake. This is awful. Like, really, really awful." The Democrats have posted this. Vice President Kamala Harris's message to supporters. You've probably seen this one. It's been going around for days. I'm a bit late, but here we go. Let's have a watch. I haven't seen it.
"I just have to remind you, don't you ever let anybody take your power from you. You have the same power that you did before November 5th.
I think I did see it, you know. Just not looking like this. I don't know.
And you have the same purpose that you did. And you have the same ability to engage and inspire. So don't ever let anybody or any circumstance take your power from you. I just have to remind."
I just think she's drunk. I really do. That's why Meghan McCain... Oh, no, don't like it. No, shit. That's why Meghan McCain's saying, "Take this down." She's still the sitting vice president, for God's sake. I think that's hilarious. Just give me a sec while I do this. There you go. Okay, we know, it was guillotined through the Senate before midnight. Yes, we know that. And the Rothschilds in there, fiery house. Yep, we know that. Alexandra Marshall said, "Senator Pauline Hanson here in Australia is one of this country's longest-serving politicians. She has always had this nation's best interests at heart, not the interests of foreign dictatorships or imported religious wars. Australia and its people are her life. She's Australia first, always, and the establishment want her gone." They do. They want her gone. And she's always done, and I feel the same way about Australia that I think Pauline Hanson feels. We don't want to see it sold out, for God's sake. We don't want it being overrun. We want old Australia back. And if we can't have that, we've got to make it better than it was before then. Okay? Simple as that. Not worse, better. Malcolm Roberts said, New South Wales is being told to turn off air conditioners and dishwashers. This is a third world country behaviour. It shouldn't be happening in Australia, and yet it is. There's not enough power. Stop running your air conditioners and your dishwashers, of which I have neither. Okay? And if the electricity went out, I'd still be okay because I've got little camping stoves and plenty of wood to light a little fire and get something happening anyway. There we go. Good luck with that, Sydney, New South Wales. No aircon. Because, I mean, I'm not in the hottest part of New South Wales either. There are hotter parts, right? So I'm in quite a cool spot, so good luck with that. This is what green energy does. It's very unreliable. They're about to find out the hard way because they won't wake up because they're watching TV too much. Anyway, Senator Gerard Rennick said this morning's been nothing but chaos in the chamber as the major parties play games as to what will be guillotined. 40 bills going to be rammed through the Senate with next to no oversight is just another example of how bad government accountability is. Unfortunately, both the online safety bill and the RBA reforms are going to be guillotined. While many of you are aware, I thought guillotine meant see ya. No, doesn't. While many of you are aware of the Online Safety Act, the government intends to give more independence to the RBA by taking away certain powers from the Treasurer that can direct them if necessary. Okay, so they're going to take... I thought it was the other way around. This is an extremely important check on the RBA's power. As I pointed out previously, the RBA takes orders from the International Bank of Settlements, who've caused more suffering on the human race than the Taliban, allegedly. Oh, God. That was bad enough I thought they were putting their own people in there, but taken away any oversight? Great. Okay, so Cat A says Senator Alex Antic with a dire warning on the passing of Australian under-16 social media ban. My fear is that when we finish tonight, we'll put another brick in the wall of a social credit-style system in this country and let everybody look back on tonight as a night of shame indeed. All in all, you are all just pricks in the wall. Mark Rowley said the arrogance, nerve, entitlement, and pure anti-white racism is just next level. Australia has its own squad. Faruqi, Thorpe and Payman. Remember, folks, this behaviour is rhetoric and emboldened by an Albanese Labor government. Let's have a listen to this insane woman.
If anyone needs to be deported, it needs to be Senator Hanson.
Where would you send her?
A place very, very far away that's very, very cold, just like her. Where's Hanson's legitimate claim to be in this country? Where'd she come from? Who's her ancestors? So let's talk about Section 44. For the white people who came here on boats. Not for the black people who belong here and who are welcome here. Because she's a convicted racist. And that's what racists do. They take up our space to create hate and division in this country. And who wants to reconcile? Who wants a treaty? Who wants peace in this country?
Not you.
We do.
No, you don't.
It's the racists that are dividing us and creating hate on the streets, in the shops. When you apply for a job, that's what these people are creating. That's why they need to be stopped. Where are they leading us in this country? They talk about harmony, they talk about reconciliation, they talk about bringing this country together, yet they don't walk the talk. They allow racism to continue to hurt us and everybody else in this country who is not white. What do they want? A civil war in this country? Black and brown people against white people? Is that what you want? Labor?
Is that a threat? Sounds like one to me.
Because that's how we're feeling. We're going to rise from this and we're going to call out racism in the media, in the parliament, and we're not going to stop until we rid it. And people need to understand the white privilege that you hold. Step aside. Move over.
She's got more fucking privilege than I do, mate. Come on, you dipshit. Seriously. Far out.
Stop speaking. Give us the platform to end racism and take it upon yourselves to do the same.
You absolute moron. Projection, Your Honour. Projection. If anyone needs to be deported, it should be her. She's half white. Where did her ancestors come from? Probably more than half white, actually. And I think, have I done that? No, this is her again. Look, when she was crawling away. Anyway, I think I have done that.
Deported. It needs to be Senator Hanson.
So there you go. That is the news for now. Far out. Look how low down I am. Hello. My chair won't go up any higher. Holy cow. That was the news. That's a lot of news. Shit. Okay, and I can't go back very far. George, how you going? Deb said, do you mean a woman with a bulge? Oh, yeah, that one. Ooh. Sorry, I can't go back any further than that in the comments. Can I go back any further than this one? Hang on. Oh, I'll get a little bit back here. Hang on. Shannon said, that's a man. And J1's in here. How you going? So is George. Deb said, do you mean a woman with a bulge? Zal, how you going, Zal? George says, someone pumping some house music from their car. Shannon said, Michelle Obama's setting the fashion. Zal said, RBA is an independent corporation. Yes, they are. Sorry, I need it after that. That was terrible. Terrible. Shannon said, hey, your windows? SW said, simple, Hev. They won't get a real man carrying on like that. Glorified hookers, exactly. I can go back over here now. As long as it doesn't jump on me again. Dealey, how you going? Deb said, there's a shop that you need a bulge to shop in. Is there really? Okay. Out to lunch, how you going? Ego Shredder, how you going? Deb said, elect, Trump. Out to lunch said, George, hi. Ego Shredder says, someone on YouTube uploaded a video complaining her own mum being a pro-Trump. Everyone in the comments section piled in supporting a mum. Well done. Good on him. I was going to have a call-in show on Rumble. I might just do some news and jump off. Do a call-in tomorrow maybe. If Alex and Timmy are free. Deb said, not even safe in a nursing home. They taser old people. Yeah, they do. That woman. Out to lunch said, I really haven't seen chemtrails in northern Mississippi. Good. Shannon said, my northern belt becomes my southern belt when undone. Fair enough. Pat said, seems like they want to impregnate everybody. There you go, Pat. Shannon said, 50 degrees Celsius, is hot. 35 is normal. Exactly, Shannon. But 35 now purple represents 35. Is that meant to be scary? Like, what the hell? Old School Pete said, g'day Australians. How you going, Old School Pete? Dealey said, been snowing all day here in Illinois. Oh, I'm so jealous. We've had just miserable days. It's been humid and raining and my hair has been about this big. Anyway, it's funny. How are you going, Old School Pete? Been a while. Good to see you. SW said it gets up to 50 throughout Central Australia frequently, so it's cooling down. Yeah, Shannon, on target. Deb said, Art Bell, a long time ago a guy said there are going to be very bad weather and there are safe places, but they're not going to tell them. Oh, is that the guy who rang up from Area 51, Deb? And he goes, they're planning, they know what's coming and they can get people to their safe areas. And yeah, and then a year later some guy rings back and says, that was me. I was playing, right? And then he tries to do the voice, and it sounds close, but no, I don't know, right? Anyway, this guy claimed it was just a hoax, right? And I know exactly who you're talking about, Deb. Must have watched the same thing. Yeah, but he did say they could get the people to safe places, but they're not even warning them. So, but I think a lot of it might not happen now, Deb, because we know that what the deep state were planning. Well, we know something big's coming anyway, because there's still that scare event to go. Shannon said he probably took the tunnels out. Ego Shredder said, Shannon, 50 degrees Celsius. If you're a pasty pom like me, it's being turned into ashes. Yeah, like me, I have to stay inside and lay on the bed going, oh, shit, I can't do anything. Or sit in the shower all day because I can't do anything because I'm from Ireland and it's just unbearable, 50 degrees Celsius. So, yeah. Oh, there you go. 95 Fahrenheit is 35 Celsius. And they've got us looking at purple shit. I don't know why. They think that might scare us. It's going to be hotter than it ever has before. It's purple. Look. I don't know. Oh, that's funny as. Deb said, hello, old school Pete. I was watching old videos and you've been with Hev a long time. Yes. SW said your public speaking has improved 250%, Hev. Thank you very much. It has since I first started, I think. I sometimes still have slip-ups and can't read properly, but hey, you know. I had a cone before I came on. Out to lunch, said you have to pass them to know what is in them. Exactly, those omnibus, yes, that's what they are. You have to pass them to be able to read them. No, that's not on. Sorry, not at all. And I'm so disappointed in the Australian senators that have actually backed that bill. Old School Pete said, yeah, Deb, when we met on a show called What is Truth during lockdown. Yes, we did. Wheezy's channel. When he was going after Sean Atwood, because we all saw what we saw and we all went, what the fuck is going on there? Deb said, yes, that's right, Old School Pete. Shannon said, he's not Pocahontas white, lol. Shannon said, Mike is fine. Yeah, it's much louder than it was before. George says, Starmer and his Labor government are full of liars, corrupt, evil people. Deb said, yes, your mic does sound louder. There you go. Where's Eyes? He'd be happy with this now. See? Eyes, that one's for you. Old School Pete said, the Great British Podcast Wars. Sadly, we lost. Yeah, we did. People got kicked off and all sorts of things. J1 said, I think the last few years have caught up to me. I woke up in tears today. Oh, God love you, J1. Oh. George said, sorry to hear that, Jay. Dealey said, J1, I know how you feel. Deb said, rolling blackouts for Adelaide have been going on for years because they sell our electricity to Victoria. Wow, Deb, that's terrible. And I found out, Deb was telling me that they might still have the $250, you know, for people who are low income and that. It wasn't. It was only in South Australia. The South Australian government are doing that, but no one else in Australia is. And there's all these fake sites all over the place saying, you're going to get a bonus, $750, $4,000. It's absolute BS. They want you to put your details in there, so I hope to God nobody does, because it's not the Australian government website. That's bad enough having to put your details in there. But these will be scamming websites. It'll probably drain your bank account. If the government was going to do it and you're on a pension or any payments from the government, it would automatically go in. You would not have to apply for it. So I'm just warning everyone to be careful of things, okay? So it is the number one search, apparently, on certain, you know, Centrelink. Anything about Centrelink, it's the number one search, though. Shannon said, nice one, Hev. Now there's a mental image. What's that? The human caterpillar. Yeah, our media and our politicians with their heads up each other's asses. Yes, it's exactly how it works. George said, good will overcome evil. Yes, it will, George. Deb said, yes, we were told there will be checkout. Remember that weekend that they were talking about? The take themselves out weekend, you know? Yeah, we're still waiting for that too. Because I think we'll know when it happens. Zal said, yes, where would all the unhinged be without their TikTok uploads and phones to vent in their cars? Exactly. Deb said, I'd like to have a chat with you, Mr. Albo. Dealey said, Zal, yes. Deb said, I can't say what I want. Old School Peace said, Harold Bishop shed the pounds. Has he really? Yeah, he used to be quite big, didn't he? SW said, comments being removed or just not coming up on my end. Good. What? Deb said, controller. George said, I have nothing to do with TikTok. A lot of weirdos on there. Yeah, I don't have anything to do with it either. Deb said, yes, and we're out. $1,000 payout. What? Wow. Hang on a sec, guys. I just got to stand up for a sec. I'm going to cramp. Oh, my God. My leg and my hip are going to cramp. Sorry, just moving. Hang on. Get the legs moving. Ah, it's in the butt. No, don't cramp there. I didn't know your butt could cramp, man. Come on, don't do that to me. Okay, maybe sit up really straight. Okay. Zal said, I find navigating on TikTok tiresome. Out to lunch said, tell me what you have been saying. Deb said, like Rudd did to keep our vote. Shannon said, world is getting smaller for old Billy boy. Yeah, he can't go to many places anymore, can he? Deb said, I do think India and Africa will also not let gays back in. I hope they don't. Hello, Mrs. Out to Lunch. How you going? Ego Shredder said, I hate it when they compare people to NS Germans. The Germans were the good guys in World War II. I know, but it's just that, like what we've been taught, most people can understand that way kind of thing. I don't know. I do get what you mean, though, Ego Shredder, and I do believe that they weren't the bad. Like, yeah, I get you. I do. Not allowed to be anti-Semitic here. Yeah, a lot of them here too with double dual citizenships in our parliament. Yeah. Dealey said, Donna loves Fred and Fred loves Donna. George said, hi, Mrs. Out to Lunch. Everyone's saying hello, Mrs. Out to Lunch. Mrs. Out to Lunch said, sorry, push the send button before the last. Oh, lol. Hope everyone's doing well. Deb said, we love Fred and Donna. You left a no off. Okay. Oh, God love you. Shannon said, Mrs. Out to Lunch is in league with the devil. No, she's not. George said, Bill Gates was in 10 Downing Street meeting up with Starmer. Oh, that's all you need, isn't it? Deb said, thank you for subscribing. Yes, everyone who has subscribed in the last few days, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm crawling my way back up there. Shannon said, getting a handy shandy, probably Windows. George said, yeah, Shannon. Ruff said, well, we'll never forgive you Out to Lunch for getting the O. Shame on you. Sal said, Thorpe needs to be sued. Yes, she does. Ego Shredder said, George, for business or pleasure? Sal said, couldn't hear that one, SW. SW said, Kenny Rogers, the coward of the county. Ah. George said, pleasure, Ego. Starmer takes it up the arse. Deb said, guess the song with SW. Yes, it's like that. SW said, like when I play drums, Deb, guess the song. That's not easy. It's not an easy thing to do just from drums alone. Ooh. Zal said, the government will cease to exist once the Great Awakening shift happens. Pat said, the coward of the county, Kenny Rogers. SW said, I was going to put on the gambler, but that's too easy. Zal said 90% Indian population in the next 4 years. George said our government's full of misinformation. Yes, so is ours, and they want to police it. They just want to police any information that goes against what they want it to be. Ego Shredder said, Zal, true, it will eventually become a blockchain-run global one government. SW said, my guitars mate used to My guitarist mate used to drive me nuts with Guess the Song just on guitar, but I did get a lot of them. Like the start of Back in Black riff, can't miss them. Yeah, some of them you can't miss, but like if a bass player or a drummer just said pick this song, I'd be going, oh, play a bit more, play a bit more, play a bit more. Might get it, I don't know. Deb said, hello there, beautiful Pat. Kai said, hey everyone, how you going, Kai? I did call in to your live stream yesterday morning. I didn't talk though because I was busy trying to work out what the hell was going on. And I couldn't go live in the end anyway. So how you going, Kai? Deb said, if we want to live in China, we move there.
Timar28 tipped $50. I'm free today and tomorrow as well. I'll be spending the day in front of the computer wrapping up November business tomorrow. A chat would be a lot more fun.
Oh, God
LOL.
love you. You legend. Would you like today or tomorrow to be the call-in? That's what I was going to... You can answer in the chat if you want or whatever you want to do. But do you want it today or you want to wait till tomorrow when you're supposed to be wrapping up November business? Because we can do that tomorrow. It's up to you. You can do it today too. I just thought Alex might probably want to join. Sorry, guys. Just give me a sec. I've got to go and get a tissue. 1 sec. I'll be back. Okay. We are back. Yeah, exactly, Deb. If we want to live in China, we'd move there. Okay. Kai said, just woke up. SW said, g'day, Kai. George said, hi, Kai. Deb said, hey, Kai in the house. J1 said, hi, Kai. Sal said, no, it won't, Ego Shredder. Delia said, Cobra Kai, the warrior. Ego Shredder said, SW, I've had to learn many songs for many bands I was in, but I never do this when I'm not in a band. Writing your own is where it's at. I could not play you any cover songs as I never remember after. There you go. Dealey said, stupid autocorrect. How you going, Dealey? Pat said, hi, lovely Deb. Deb said, Deb's got a new stream mop and today she gets to learn the attachments. Oh, new steam mop. I thought stream mop. I'm thinking, what's a stream mop? I read it wrong. It's a steam mop. Shannon said, Cobra Kai. Ego Shredder said, Zal, the ruling Zog class want everything on the blockchain so people and resources are easy to maintain and control. Felix Lab, God love you. It was me and you're the legend, sweetheart. Oh, God love you, Felix Lab. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You're a legend. Tim Air's a legend. SW's a legend. Ruff Ruff's a legend. Deb's a legend. Who else is a legend? There's a few of yous. A few from yesterday. And Michelle's a legend. There you go. God love you. SW said, Ego, the best live bands I've seen improvise, never the same song the same way. There you go. George said the WF can kiss my ass. Mine too. Well, no, they can't. No, they don't get the... No, they can't. Robert said, hey, just woke DB9891 YouTube channel, then Simon Wood's channel. Cool. How you going, Robert? And Felix Lab, good to see you guys. Okay, Ego Shredder said SW, yep, true. I was just saying I find cover bands a bit boring, but that's what the public want these days. Sort of like a side dish of karaoke for them. Zal said, Ego Shredder, what is it about What is about to occur will see the whole 3D pixelate. We're about to be liberated back to our original state before invasion. Before they fucked with us and our DNA and God knows what else they've done. The water, the food, the air, medications. Oh, I don't know, you know. Just because I mentioned medication, go see your doctor if you're in doubt. Unless he's Timmy, okay? George said, I'm okay, thanks, Felix. How are you? Pat said, is Payman married to her brother? I don't know. Probably. I wouldn't put it past her. Just like Ilhan Omar, I would not put it past her. Past her, I meant, not pastor. She's not a pastor. Okay. Now I've got hair on my nose. Ego Shredder said, PM tiny balls, lol, agenda bender. George said, married to a cousin? Maybe. Who knows? That's how your society starts going. Shit. D. Lee said, hello, Gen Z. Gen X. Sorry, Gen Z. Gen X, read the right letter, Hev. Kai said, be right back, phone. Sal said, Lawfare 101. Sybil said, BlackRock grifting is through. City employees of many facets. Thanks, Hev. No worries, Sybil. God love you. How you going? Good to see you. George said, might have to take out what money I have left in my bank account. Yeah, trying to keep it on you a bit. Most of it. Zhao said all these people championing these systems of control are going to be in therapy and healing for lifetimes once the shit goes down. Exactly. Robert said, hey, just woke. The shills have lies channel. What happened? SW said, I recall getting a paycheck with cash and a little envelope. Yes, I remember that too. Little orange or yellow envelope, right? And your pay slip would be in there and so would your cash. Till they made it a law, you had to get it put in your bank account. Then the bank started going, thank you, with all their little fees. Isn't that funny how that works? SW said, or a cheque marked cash. Exactly. George said that was many years ago, SW. That was in the 80s. Sal said, I specialise in microaggressions. SW said, yes, I'm old, not wise. Deb said, hey, Gen X, 1776. Sybil said, hi, Alex, loot boxes and pay for play is the parents' fault, in my opinion. Zal said, unfortunately, there'll be plenty of willing minions to fill the social worker job in sympathy of the woke agenda. Till it all comes crashing down on their head, which is about to. I think the woke agenda's pretty much nearly out the window now. Sybil said, spoiled kids with rich parents shouldn't have access to their parents' credit cards. That's a big part of it too. Sal said, Greta is a plant being handled by these nasty people behind the scenes who are bought and paid for by the WEF. Well, that's pretty much what they said in the end. The person who funds her and someone else associated pretty closely with her and her mother, both WEF people, of course they are. The mum and dad are like money hungry. Have you seen them do their weird acting shit? Oh, yeah. Look up on YouTube Greta Thunberg's mum and dad. See if you can see them doing a dance and eating pizza and being weird around pizza and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. Something wrong there. George said, I don't see Alex. No, she's got her friend over. God love her. Deb said, not facing public, they go and out. Sal said, Liberals are all sellouts as well. They are. Jacinta has a price, obviously. Exactly, J1. Jacinta. I did not think Jacinta would do that. Or even James Patterson, and they did. Knock, knock, no one's home. George said, they're all slime balls, Hev. Deb said, traitor, 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 traitor. Yeah. Like, I wish we were sitting in a hall and we read that and she was on stage so we could just go, traitor, traitor, really. To their faces. I'd prefer to do it to the face. You're a traitor and you're a traitor. Not you guys, them, you know. SW said, look at them all grinning ear to ear, hey? Oh, yeah, I bet you they've been offered quite a lot of money for that one. What is it? Out of sight dynamite. How you going, out of sight dynamite? Good to see ya. Hey, everyone, remember my cat Pedro? Yeah, this is me. Ah, cool. Shannon said, vote for Pedro. Sal said, I've been sending emails back to those senators who've added me to their mailing list after I sent the letter of misinformation bill listing the source of misinformation is them. Exactly. Sybil said, plenty of scammers on YouTube. It's the FBI side job. They got no pensions now. Ooh, there you go. Out of sight dynamite, said righto, Shannon. SW said, meet us Al. I sent them a link to Punter's Politics exposing the lies. He's a lefty. Did you know that? He backed Labor. Punter's Politics is a Labor supporter. It's another one I found out the hard way by watching him and then going, you're fucking kidding me, aren't you? Oh, shit. We're in trouble in Australia. Seriously. Sal said, yeah, he's funny. He is. But I found out he's a Labor supporter and that blew my mind. I'm like, you're frickin' still half asleep, mate. You might know some shit, but you're still half asleep, if honestly. Sybil said, watch Kirby Summers' newest podcast. Your local MSM prostitutes are super trashy. Ooh. Hang on. Got to write that one down. Kirby Summers. Is it SOMMERS? Okay. Shannon said, Napoleon Dynamite, vote for Pedro. Out of sight Dynamite said, there's videos of Pedro's older brother on my channel now, Mr. Gatto. Oh, really? Out of sight Dynamite. I remember that show. Good times. Robert Desmond said, my parents washed my diapers. They didn't have disposable diapers then. Imagine the libtards look it gave me when I told her that. A box of diapers is 30 to $35 here at Feel Bad for Young People. Exactly. We used to reuse things. And you'd have to, like, get the cloth diapers, because I had them too when I had my children, even in the late 80s, early 90s when I had my children. I had cloth nappies, and you had to empty the poop in the toilet and then rinse it and soak it. Make sure it was clean for the next time. Oh, shoot, what did I just press? Okay, yeah, so I remember. I even used them. I couldn't afford disposable nappies when my children were young. No. I had a man who wanted to gamble instead. So I just used cloth nappies, you know. That wasn't even the reason why I left. I was willing to stay there till he cheated on me. Lovely. When I was pregnant, mind you. Hey, you get that. George said, wow, we live in a sick world. Sorry, a bit too much information there, probably. Ego Shredder said, we've only experienced pseudo-freedom. Real freedom would scare the shit out of most people because it means total responsibility for one's own actions and survival. No daddy government or sky daddy. Okay. I still believe in a sky daddy. I love God. SW said, I called the Minister for Employment's office asking how 20% of our workforce, being government, is sustainable. Exactly. Sal said, having a tent transmission. That's what we need, actually. SW said, that's true, Ego. Most people don't really want to be held accountable. Out of sight, down Dynamite said, oh, snap, that's not good. The owner coming out is pretty much a, you got to get. I don't know. Yeah, I'm worried. I don't know what's going on. Unless it's the owner coming out saying, hey, how about we get rid of the real estate and we do a private deal? I can lower your rent then because I'm not paying the real estate every week. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know, but they're coming out this Thursday, I think. Deb said, yes, $75 increase. It's not like you can move to cheaper rent, though. Well, exactly. Everywhere's the same now. It's $400 or more a week, no matter where you go. Ego Shredder said, I hate for anything bad to happen to the house. If Hev's forced to leave, stuff happens sometimes for no reason. Yeah, it does. What can you do? I've got plenty of tents and shit. If I have to leave, I'll put all my stuff in storage. The only thing is I may have to get rid of the chickens, which I may have a home for them if that happens. The cats, I don't. I have no home for them. They have to stay with me. I'd have to put them on leashes, and they're not used to that, and they're going to freak out. And I'm not sure what to do then with the cats. It's the only thing. Sal said, no one's coming to remove the government. They're all in the same club. Out of Sight Dynamite said, hey, Dee. Deb said, yes, they're all cut from the same cloth. Shanna said they didn't think she would lose. No, they didn't. Hillary, payback. But she did, 2016. Ego Shredder said, Agenda 21 was for the whole century, not 1 year. No, it was for the whole century, but it was also Agenda 21 was meant to be done. This is what I heard many, many years ago, Ego Shredder, so I'm not sure if it's true, but I heard they wanted it done by 2021. And because Trump got in, they were put off for 4 years. And they tried to rush it through and it exposed everything. Ego Shredder said, could be wrong, but it was 2050 the original rough completion date, then brought forward to 2030 due to panicking over awakening. Okay, I learned something different, but look, you could be right, Ego Shredder. I could be wrong. Who knows? J1 said vomit. Sal said Dr. Lubos. Lube. Dr. Lube. You might as well just call yourself Dr. Lube, seriously. Deb said, I saw Hev channel and thought I could learn more about our government in the beginning. Found an amazing community. I'm so blessed to have found genuine friends. Oh, God love you, Deb. I hope I taught maybe a little bit about our government, more about an American government than our own, you know. I understand theirs better than ours. I don't know. I woke up to what the American government was doing first and then realised, holy shit, if it's happening there... Ego Shredder had a message retracted. J1 said Deb 100%. D-Lee said for sure Deb agreed. Menacing Muskrat, how you going? Hello all. Ego Shredder said 44 watching, only 16 likes. I got 55 likes here, Ego Shredder. We're doing all right. Cool. Thank you guys for subscribing and liking this video. D-Lee said Muskrat. Deb said, hello, Menacing Muskrat, sweetie. Sweetie, darling. Sweetie, sweetie. Menacing Muskrat said, with which Roth's kid died in a helicopter crash? Ooh, good question. Menacing Muskrat. Hang on. Rothschild dies in helicopter crash? Let's have a look. Man found dead in a Laurel Canyon home that burned down on Wednesday was William Rothschild. Okay, that's the first one that came up. My only fear regarding the Rothschild helicopter crash is the old bugger might have just faked his own death. Distress calls. Distress calls. 2 others will do you, family, no good at this stage. We know where you and the family are at all times. We can hear you breathing. That was November the 18th, 2017, mind you, right? I'm just getting the most recent one mainly. MK Ultra, Charles Manson, gruesome warning to the entire celebrity society to go with the flow. Otherwise, you will end up like... Where he died is important too, Laurel Canyon. If you don't know, time to do the research. There have been books written about that area. Ooh, I didn't know it was Laurel Canyon. Here's the research books. Chaos, Charles Manson, the CIA, and the secret history of the 60s. Laurel Canyon, covert ops, and the dark heart of the hippie dream. Manson, covert military. Yes, he was CIA person, sorry. That's really only the tip of the iceberg. Playboy Mansion, all the CIA military ranking officers who lived there and their kids become famous actors, musicians. It all goes back to the 1940s at least, maybe earlier. Wow. Okay. I'm going to have to buy some books. No, I can't afford to buy any books right now, man. Come on, man. Shit. Oh, well. There you go. We'll just have to... I will do some investigation into it, though. Hang on a sec. Just writing. So I can go and have a look. See what I can find out about Laurel Canyon. We won't telegraph our moves to the enemy. We will, however, light a fire to flush them out. Plus, plus. Do you know who plus, plus is? The Rothschilds. Yeah. 2024, Jacob Rothschild passed away. Klaus Schwab's been hospitalised. Next up, George Soros and Bill Gates. That was back in April. Okay, looks like I'm going to have to do a bit of digging. Okay. And I'll try and find out, Menacing Muskrat. Shannon said, hey, you Muskrat of Menace. D-Lee said, mine shows 42 watching, 42 likes. Mine shows 43 watching and 57 likes. Thank you, guys. I'm much appreciated. What's going on here? Getting messages? My mic's not off, is it? Oh, no, someone's trying to sell me something. Great. I can't afford it. Stop sending me messages, guys. I can't afford it. Out of Sight Dynamite said, hey, Menacing Muskrat, why can't I tell everyone about AI in the Netflix movie? I don't know, but I think that's where they're getting most of their news from these days too. Hey, AI, write me a piece on the news. Doesn't make any friggin' sense, but they'll still read it. Shannon said, Kobe, lol. Cirilla, how you going? No one believes them. The globalists want to kill all of us. Harris is a drunkard on Xanax. Yeah, I don't doubt what you say there. George said, be right back. SW said, the piano's been drinking. Pardon me. Is Tom Waits too? My crazy cuz got me onto him. It takes a bit hard getting used to his songwriting and there's no one else like him. Okay. SW said, seems too good to believe. If they want her gone, she would have been by now. Deb said 43 and 43 chat. The young people that made the thumbs up cannot read thumbs up. What? Oh, yeah. People in the chat. Do you know young people think that this is you actually going like that? They can't tell the difference. I think the person who said that needs glasses, though. Because even I'm old, right, and I can't see well, and even I can tell the difference. Unless I don't have my glasses on, and then if I give you a finger up, just know that it was meant to be a thumbs up, okay? Deb said, I saw solar panels floating. SW said, Hev, you're nearly above the snow line. It gets cold up there. Brr. Yeah, I am above the snow line. Out of Sight Dynamite said, so now my comment got taken down because you showed up late and don't know Hev was talking about AI earlier. Is this right? What happened? Out of Sight Dynamite. Google remove your comments, by the way, because there's no mods in here and no one else to remove the comments. Honestly. Deb said 9:55 a.m. Adelaide, South Australia. So it's Google doing it. Just try rewording it. Because I have to reword a lot of my words. I can't say things straight out because YouTube will take it down. If you can try rewording it and then say it in a different way, yeah. Try it again. See what happens. SW said at -30, Menacing Muskrat is an Eskimo. SW said she looks white to me. Deb said, send her home. Oh, my God, looking in the mirror, oxygen thieves. Shannon said 9:55, clear skies here. We got cloud. Deb said, yep, Whitey. SW said, in summer I'd turn darker than her. There you go. Deb said, verbal diarrhea. Menacing Muskrat said, SW, we're going to minus 35 tonight. Our water froze last night. Oh, my goodness. Okay, it just jumped, so I'm going back. Okay, here I am. SW said, we're going to... Oh, yeah, I read that one. Sharon said, Barmera market's on today. Oh, wow. Deb said, you want to know how we Australians are feeling? Deb said, love it at the market, Shannon. Deb said, peekaboo, Hev. Ego Shredder said, Delia, it normally auto-updates. I manually refreshed a page and it's correct now. Weird. Menacing Muskrat said, hello, beautiful Deb. Hey, Joe Q. Grant, how you going? Good to see ya. SW said, for a laugh to get us back, Hev, you should make them up. What am I talking about? What was I talking about back then? Make what up? What am I making up? D. Lee said, yes, Ego, my chat keeps freezing. I have to refresh 10 times a minute. Oh, really? Oh, they're playing with me then. SW said, I bet Menacing's chat's frozen. Deb said, jump around. Jump up, jump down, jump around. George said, music on Rumble? I can play it on Rumble. Deb said, fear-mongering with the weather. Flyby Stew said, in a bit, guys. Time I was in bed. Take care out there. You too, Flyby Stew. Have a good one. Deb said, looking good today, Hev. Thank you very much. Out to lunch said, Mrs. Out to lunch is making stuffed peppers. Yum. Oh, you're going to make me hungry. Dealey said, yum, yum, out to lunch. George said, what is Hev wearing on the left side of her head? It is my headphones. They're on both sides, but you can only see the mic on the left. There you go. So there you go. SW said the Corner County and the Gibber Desert have no trees, no shade. Deb said, yes, I got my mum's Irish skin. I don't do well in the heat. Now with medical condition, even less. Exactly, Deb. Deb said, we're all coming for dinner. Donna, yummy. Deb said, we love our eyes. SW said, my sister hates the heat. Maybe I was late delivery. Just born on Dad's birthday. Poor old Dad, what a present. Aw. Out to lunch, the listener Art Bell when travelling. 80, early 90s, found him interesting, very nice, kept me awake driving. Yes, exactly. Shannon said, Sean Atwood was on Lionel Nation again. I've stopped listening to Lionel now if he associates with Atwood. I would too. I don't trust anyone. I'm really sorry, guys, but I don't trust anyone who's gone on Sean Atwood's show because he's a weird freak, and if only they knew, they wouldn't support him either. I think he's controlled. I really do. Out to lunch said his shows are on YouTube. Deb said, I'm so sorry, Hev. Out of sight Dynamite says, still cry almost daily about Pedro. Oh, God love you. George said, I stopped watching Atwood after Daddygate. Yes, me too. That was freaking weird, mate. That was weird shit, that was. D-Lee said, I used to listen to Art Bell too. Good stuff got me into researching. Deb said, yeah, me too, Deb. George, sorry. Out to lunch said, have you heard of the Blue app that Dems get online? Yeah, Blue Sky app or something. So, yeah, they all went over there and now they're leaving there. George said, who is Pedro? Pedro's a cat. It was a cat, wasn't it? Yeah, I think so. Out to lunch said, Blue something. Shannon said, vote for Pedro. Deb said, new chair. And you know what? I can slide on this one. Look at that. Couldn't do this on the other one. Ah. Now the other one's a pain in the ass. Sybil said, TikTok can track and trace and spy on you in real time taking pics. D-Lee said, Atwood recently showed up on my homepage. I can't believe how many subscribers he has now. Yeah, at one point we thought they were bought subscribers. You know, I don't know if you know this. Apparently you can pay to buy subscribers. Don't know why you would though. Shit. I think that's narcissistic. You want to make yourself look better than you are. I don't know. Why would you do it? Shannon said, Pedro is Napoleon Dynamite's Mexican friend. George said, the only Pedro I know of plays for Barcelona. George said, only. Deb said, do believe the mainstream. Out of Sight Dynamite said, Pedro was a gentle giant, big orange ball of love. Oh. Joe Grant said, I'm a proud cutard. Me too, mate. Shannon said 17. George said, okay, but who's Pedro? Out of Sight Dynamite said, Pedro's my cat that died of cancer in August. Everyone's saying vote. Pedro was there with me going through. Yes, we were. Deb said 50 in the chat. Well done. I got 59 likes. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. George said, okay, R.I.P. Pedro. Out of Sight Dynamite said, they helped me trust his journey. Yep. Deb said, plugs and laughing. Deb said, my guitar gently weeps. SW said, lovely song, Deb. I love Toto's version. Out of Sight Dynamite said, don't get me wanting to pick my guitar right now. Deb, I've got things to do. D. Lee said, hey, Timmy. Deb said, Timmy. Shannon said, surfing with the alien. George said, hey, Timmy. Deb said, yes, chat, Timmy G. Shannon said she really wants to stretch her butt muscle. Lol, Yeti chair gave her a cramp. Yeah, it's not a Yeti chair anymore. Out of Sight Dynamite said, I've got to go. Have a great time, everyone. Mr. Gat and Pablo are wanting their dinner. Oh, God love you. Mr. Gatto, oh, God love you. Go and feed the kitty cats. Deb said, yes, you never know who's lurking. Shannon said, I see no Timmy or Alex. Well, Alex has got a friend over and Timmy was popped in and gave me a super chat. D. Lee said, take care, Out of Sight. Cirilla said, past 2 days, Democrat donors have realised Kamala Harris campaign stole billions from them. Yeah, she's trying to get money back. She's desperately trying to get some money back. George said, take care, Out of Sight. She thought she could pay him back when she got in by rorting the tax system. Betcha. Bit of pocketing for me. Here you go. I'll repay you now. George said, take care, Out of Sight. Deb said, thank you so much for joining in today, Out of Sight Dynamite. Ego Shredder said, steam mop is where Hev cleans up our shit in the chat. Kai said, just got back. Tony is finally on her way. Oh, God love yous. Deb said, Shannon most that one. Tim S. said, either day works for me, whichever is most convenient for you, Hev. Probably tomorrow, actually, because I've just... I was freaking out yesterday, right? Having a good stream today. Would like to do it again tomorrow. I'm still going on to Rumble. Very briefly, though, I will go on to Rumble to briefly go over anything I couldn't talk about here, which is still a little bit. Kai said, Shannon, I don't see them either. So if it's good for you, Timmy, let me know. If it's good for you, you can just put it in the chat if you want, or whatever way you want to do it. Just let me know if tomorrow's good with you. And hopefully Alex will be back then too, and we can have whoever else wants to join us, join in. Deb said, yes, we have a few. Deb said, dim sims are... Oh, my God, you guys make me hungry. You know what I made? I keep making them over and over again. Chocolate-coated strawberries. You get some Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolate. You melt it down. Not the cooking chocolate, the normal chocolate. You melt it down. You make sure you wash and dry your strawberries. And then you roll your strawberries in the Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolate. And oh, my God. A snack chocolate, you know, the Cadbury snack chocolate where you get all the different, you get strawberry flavour in it and pineapple flavour in it and Turkish Delight and all those caramel and all. It's better than the strawberry ones. Much better because it's a real strawberry. Kai said, December 3rd or 4th, high possibility of alien attacks. Oh. Out to lunch said, check Stripe, love. Oh. Oh, God love you. Thank you so much. Out to lunch. I appreciate that. God love you guys. Thank you so much. You're legends, honestly. SW said, yes, Kai, I heard that and I'm looking up. George said, more like Project Bluebeam, Kai. It's going to rain here for... Oh, I hope I get to see something this time. Kai said, George, probably if real ET gets involved, it'll be protect their own reputation. Sybil said, thanks, Hev. George said, yes, Kai. Deb said, Stripe, buy out to lunch. Yep, I got it. Deb said, starting to show us who they really are. Yes. Deb said, I just need to learn how to tell them I don't want full-term abortion. Yeah, exactly. SW said, yep, exposing themselves. George said, we're in trouble in the UK as well, I know. UK, Australia, Canada and all us, all right? We're like racing to see who can fuck up the worst, quickest. Who can fuck their countries the worst and the quickest. I know. I'm feeling for you there, George, and I'm feeling for Canada, New Zealand, anyone else who's going through the same shit we all are. Ireland, Germany, all of yous. Everyone. And the US as well. But they've got Trump now, see? That's good shit. SW said Starmer. Sybil said she's a good one to connect some dots with, Hev. Cool. SW said nappy rash. Oh, yeah. Kai said, Deb, I hate to put it in. That's why that is category. But women's... something to full-term abortions eventually because humans dumber with each generation, more sheep and less wolves. Yeah, but it's funny because the ones calling for the full-term abortion either don't have kids themselves or they're too old to have kids or I don't know. I think there's something wrong with a woman who wants that really badly. Deb said, oh my God, I cloth nappies for my first child. Yeah, me too. Dealey said, can't even find cloth diapers. Exactly. Dealey. I went to buy them for my daughter. Couldn't find them. And if you do, guaranteed, they'll be like, how much money you reckon they're going to be now? Because they're rare. Oh, but I know, Dealey. I tried the same thing with my daughter. SW said cloth is better, but disposable is easier. Exactly. And it's huge landfill problem. Kai said, a severe lack of respect of life in general. Ego Shredder said, I know, Hev, I think we might have many sky daddies, each with their own power and ability, willing us all to be our best. I'm going to be the best I can be. Deb said, yes, I'm praying they will help. SW said they're already doing it now, Hev, of the owner, no banks. That would be good if they could. If the owner comes here and says to me, let's just go between us two, I'm going to go, no worries at all. I'm there. Cut out the middleman. You can have all the money then. And you don't have to fix it. Like I told the real estate, the thing she's coming out to look at is the front door. The screen door won't shut because the front door and the screen door just hit each other, right? There's no shutting that door. I don't know who put it on there, what they were thinking when they put it on there. None of it lines up, okay? Anyway, they've known for the last 4 years and now the owner's coming out to have a look. And I'm like, yeah, something else going on there. They've known about this for years and now they're coming to look? I don't think so. Zal said, visualise yourself staying in the house. I am. I've got too much shit. I have to stay. SW said, sell your property YouTube site for direct purchasing. What? Sell my property YouTube site? It's not worth anything. Maybe if I had like 500,000 subscribers, it might be worth something. George said, Agenda 2030 now. Deb said, I bet that Hillary would not let camel toe in. SW said, I still need a conveyancing lawyer. It's my advice. Deb said, win. J1 said, nano and disposable nappies and female sanitary products. I heard that. George said, net zero's a scam. I know. SW said, I've had at least 7 comments removed today. What are Google doing? Or is it the Australian government now? Ruff said, Hev, don't talk about your rental. Keep that private. You don't know who's watching. Kai said, Ruff is correct. Yeah, I suppose you never know. Robert said, blue waffle. Dealey said, true Ruff. Menacing said, Nuremberg 2.0 allegedly has started in the Netherlands. Billy Gates and Alex Borla are both on trial. Wow. Cool. Deb said, I was long before lockdown. It was who is your daddy? Nothing to do with Daddygate. It was who's who. Kai said, no blue waffles, thanks. Sal said, all chat, visualise Hev staying in a house. Yes, please, pray for me. Just that's all I ask. Deb said, steamed dim sim, yummy. Ego Shredder said, a YouTube I watched did a book reading that lasted 12 hours all about Laurel Canyon the other day. Oh, really? I'll search for it. I'll find it, Ego Shredder. Kai said, I just pictured a Victorian house just popped up. Shanna said, is there a dumb under Laurel Canyon? Deb said, son was wearing a Beatles shirt. I said CIA agent or MK Ultra. Sal said, coffee time. See yous all. See yous, Al. Deb said, yes, Sal, great idea. When you all come together to pray, we can move mountains. George said, Laurel Canyon, a TV series. Shanna said, music studio, MK Ultra. Kai said, Laurel Canyon, the place. Out to lunch, said Sal, splitting. Menacing Muskrat said, I have the best Trump. Oh, where'd it go? Where the hell am I? Oh, I've the best Trump and Greta video. Greta gives Trump an intense glare. I remember that. Out of Sight Dynamite said Hev123 wasn't an instruction manual, or was it? Same with AI. Yeah, 1984. I know. There you go. See, you got there. George said Los Angeles. Out of Sight Dynamite said the flick show afraid only capital AI. It's predictive. Kai said, I used to love A1 steak sauce. Robert said, look up the Beatles LP cover for yesterday and today. Yeah, the babies all over it. The dolls or whatever that it is. Yep. I agree, Robert. Ego Shredder said, I mentioned the country beginning with letter I yesterday. Did not say anything bad about them. Got an instant pop-up warning from YouTube. Really? They're going berserk. George said 12 degrees Celsius here in London. SW said the early comments have. Dealey said true, Robert. Kai said I figured Capitals would get some and a few bases. Menacing Muskrat said, Hev, I found the best Daughters of Darkness Castle video. Okay, I will. Hang on a sec. Right. Okay, I've been watching this guy. He's got a conspiracy channel as well. Okay. Out of Sight Dynamite said, Kai, get the source on the flicks. Dealey said, I've seen that muskrat. Kai said, I can't see Flyby Stew. George said, yeah, I did notice after a while, Hev. Dealey said, I'm not seeing Flyby Stew either. Out of Sight Dynamite said, Flyby went bye-bye. Kai said, couldn't see Alex Timmy or Flyby Stew. George said, I did see Fly early on. SW said, interesting. When Alex Jones was asked about Jesuits, he played silly. Yeah, Alex said, Alex is not here. Yep, Dealey. Shannon said, roll a Yeti. Ego Shredder said, it's not a mic on Hev's headset, it's a fruit machine arm. Pull it and Hev's eyes spin around to reveal a what the fuck at the news she cannot make sense of. George said, I did see Timmy as well. Dealey said, ego and laughing. Deb said, yes, who really is funding Mr. ATW? SW said, ego like two one-armed bandits. Like two old one-armed bandits, yep. Pull the lever. Hopefully my eyes spin around, I get little dollar signs and money starts spewing out of my mouth. Kai said, I pay with Sky Clip eye candy when there's sun to get a clip of the lens in the sky. Dealey said, the castle won muskrat. Deb said, I got 60 like. Oh, 61. Good on you guys. Deb said, bring back Yeti chair. Out of Sight Dynamite said, Kai, I've had to click out and back in several times to get the people. Deb said, I bet Tim is listening. God love yous. SW said, I'm a line man for the county and I drive the main road searching in the sun for another overload. I hear you singing in the wire. I can hear you through the wine and the Wichita linement's still on the line. That one's gone over my head, SW. Kai said, system glitches again. Menacing Muskrat said, yeah, the investigator says there are creepy castles in Involved in the cramp. Okay. Outside Dynamite said, you think you were freaking out today? Watch Afraid with the AI source on Netflix. Okay. Kai said, oh, well, I've got to run. I've watched Black Mirror on Netflix. That's enough for me to be worried about AI. Got to get Tony's phone wiped before the store closes. Oh, okay, cool. Have a good one, Kai. SW said, yes, strawberries and apple cider, yum. Dealey said, much love to you and Tony, Kai. Everyone's saying, take care, Kai. Shannon said, chocolate fondant fountain and strawberries, Hev's in heaven. Yeah, except I don't have the fountain, so I just break up the chocolate, put it in a bowl, and either put it on the stove on top of a pot with hot water in it, or stick it in the microwave for 30 seconds. Deb said, much love, Kai and Tony. Menacing Muskrat said, so Trudeau flew to Mar-a-Lago to see President Trump 3-hour meeting. Maybe there's something going on with all these meetings and they're going to have to pull their heads in. Deb said, Commonwealth to common port. Yeah, exactly. Shannon said, Trump is a constitution. They just got to enforce the law. Trump and a constitution, they just got to enforce the laws. George said, the UK voted for assisted dying the other day in Parliament. I think we're there too, and I know Canada is. Deb said, supporting sick people that want to use baby parts. Yeah, exactly. Deb said, prayers have. Menacing Muskrat said, yay, my husband's coming home tonight. Oh, good, yay. And I got the water running, yay. Well done, Menacing Muskrat. Oh, shit. It just jumped again. SW said, so it's the site up on YouTube called Sell Your Property or something else, something close. Tim S. said, Hev, are you saying that a property owner and a tenant can't just have an owner and tenant relationship? The owner is required to hire a real estate attorney management? Well, no, they're not. But once you do sign up with a real estate, you've got to follow all the rules and laws, which means anything broken, they've got to fix. And that, and they've known about that screen door for years. Doesn't bother me. But now they're coming out. So I'm just wondering what's going on. We do have, we can have just owner renters without a real estate, but most people go through the real estate because they believe then they're more protected that way. It's just going to cost them a shitload of money. I don't know if the real estate's coming with the owner, so we'll find out. If not, I might have a little chat. Deb said she still can't believe Trump won. SW said, yeah, Tim, my advice is conveyancing lawyers, services and considering. Deb said, sending our love to Alex, definitely. Deb said, great book, Game of Life, Florence Scholl Shin. Randy, how you going? Hey, love to all, have family. Dealey said, how you doing, Randy? Randy said, just got home from supper, out, craft beer. Deb said, I've been in a Facebook jail a couple of times. Randy said Bailey's and a smoke. SW said, can't post a link for the real estate sites, Hev. Randy said, bzzz. SW said, sites. I got what you meant. Dealey said, SW, I think only mods can post links in the chat. Yes. SW said, owner financing. Deb said, hello, Randy. SW said, I was never a mod anyway. With that, guys, I'm going to go and I'm going to see you. Oh, hang on. Tim has just commented. After that many years of renting, they need to fire the agent and pass those savings on to you, lol. I agree. I would love to do that, I would absolutely love it if just me and the owners, and they won't hear from me unless something's seriously wrong, and they don't have to get the smoke detector checked every year and someone to come out and clean the chimney every year, because I've got the tools that can do it, but they still hire someone else in to get it done. It costs the owner money. So anyway, SW said, or a Sharpie. Randy said, glad to see you, Have. You too, Randy. Good to see you. George said, drinking a cup of coffee with some rum added and a smoke. Randy said, nice, George. Tim said, I'll explain the deal I have with my tenants tomorrow. Cool, that'd be good to know, yeah. Deb said, pray for Hev to stay. Ego Shredder said, copy-paste this, Hev, for the links. Copy-paste this, Hev, for the links. I don't know what that is about, but what I will do is, have I got a link I can give you for a Rumble? Hang on a sec, I do, somewhere else. I'm looking in the wrong spot. Just so that people can meet us over on Rumble in 10 minutes. Give me about 10 minutes, and I'm just going to finish up over on Rumble. There's 2 links here. They both, I think, get the same content, I believe. We'll find out. Anyway, Ego Shredder said maybe YouTube has blocked you seeing links, Hev. Share over on Rumble instead. Yes, share over on Rumble instead. That's the only way. Deb said, I got your number, Shannon. Cool. With that, guys, I'll see you over on Rumble in about 10, 15. Give me 10, 15. I might have to eat as well. Have a good one. See you there. Bye, guys.